it's Miranda here at Sunshine and Grace, where I make beautiful things for life sown in sunshine and grown in grace. Today we are making these beautiful, well, we got beads rolling around, washi cards. They're very fancy washi cards, but I say washi cards, journaling cards. And yeah, guys, I ain't got much to say about that other than that's stinking gorgeous, ain't it? All right, so what you're going to need to make these is index cards. Mine happen to be coffee dyed because I'm obsessed with coffee dye and everything. And the big ones I think are 4x6. The small ones are like the 3.5x5, whatever the standard ones are, and these are called jumbos. That's what you're going to need. And washi tape. Today we are using this absolutely stunningly beautiful, very fancy washi tape. Okay, because this stuff is very fancy. It's not what I typically use in journaling. And I wanted to come up with a way to make it work so that I could start incorporating it into, I wanted to start doing a few more sophisticated looking journals. Not really sophisticated, but I want some fancier stuff, y'all. And that was one of the ways I came up with this. And I just wanted to use some of it up. And I was like, once I got it done, I was like, daggum, that is gorgeous, you guys. So I want to do some more. And you might need a pair of scissors. So let me grab my little babies and plop them out here just in case. I do have some art glitter glue here in case some of the washi doesn't stick. But this I have not had any trouble with. This is not your typical washi. This is like two-sided tape. Or this is like, it's got you peel it off a backing. So it's a little higher quality than some washi, shall we say. So get your screenshot, index cards, and washi tape. And that's gone. Let's get to it. Okay. So I'm just going to explain real quickly, which you can probably see. I just use coordinating washi's and layered them in a way that I liked. And so we're going to do two sizes. We're going to do, because what I would like to do is have them as sets. You know, like one of each, like a small and a big. So we're going to do a couple of the small cards real fast, and then we'll do a big one because it is slightly, they look the same when they're done, but judging that, getting that lining out is a little different on the big one. So we'll start with two small ones. I like the, I'm going to pick this one. Yeah. Okay, these two. You want to pick lighter coffee dyed because it could possibly show through. Stick that off to the side. You guys, if I stop to scratch my arm, I'm sorry. The sunburn from like a week ago Sunday is peeling now, and yeah, I'm itching. That's a good thing because that means it's finally going to stop being so red. Maybe I'll actually get a tan from it. That would be great. Okay, I'm going to use this washi because I actually want to copy something similar to this. So I'm going to set that one where I can see it. We're going to need this washi. And I used this washi and this washi. And these two went to the other one. Okay. And this one. Okay. You guys, I think it was pretty though. I mean, seriously, I just sit and crush on this stuff. Okay, I'm going to try to find my center. Just so I know. I'm not going to actually crease this one though. What I'm going to do instead is just kind of mark it there like a bump. And I want to start with this washi because it's my favorite. Those blue flowers. That is actually why it was on my wish list and someone ordered it for me at Christmas. And that is exactly why I wanted it, was because of those blue flowers on there. And I'm not even usually into blue, guys. But I saw that and I thought, oh, that's so gorgeous. I got to have some of it. And so it had been on my wish list forever. See, it's like two-sided tape, which I peeled that the wrong way. So now it's going to be persnickety. Can I get that off? Yeah, I can. There we go. Okay. All right. So we're going to take and cut a piece or tear it, whichever you want to do. I'm just going to tear off. That is a little longer, so you can kind of get it to stick. Yeah, you'll see. I use it to hold it in place. Because I can't be bothered to try to, like, be careful. Like, just put a little extra washi on there. It'll stick itself down. So how is everybody? I hope you guys are doing absolutely awesome. It is gorgeous out today. It's like high 60s, low 70s, just sunny, bright. Okay, now I've got where I pinched it. So I want to sort of aim for that spot. It doesn't have to be exact. You just kind of want to know that you're getting that one row in the center. Okay, now let's see. We're going to come in with this one. Am I pulling the right way? No. Why do I always do it backwards? But yeah, it's gorgeous out. I went out this morning to feed all of our. I moved the babies Sunday to their new pen. Well, I didn't really move them to their new pen. I moved what I call the golden girls now, because they're the older chickens, to what used to be my rooster pen, because the last rooster that was in there died. I'm doing 2 rows of this, so I'm going to just go ahead and tear them both at the same time. And the second row is going to go this way. So, but I moved the golden girls over into that pen, which is funny because Goose, Mama Sita, one of my feral ducks, had been living in that pen. And I was afraid that she would get mad and move when I moved them in there. But I really didn't care, because the babies, there's 18 of those babies, and they got to have some room. The little jokers was getting too big for their little pen that I'd made for them. But all the duck and the golden girls, they're older hens. They're starting to slow down on their layings. They kind of remind me of the golden girls on TV. They all got like little attitudes and stuff. Telling you what, though, trying to catch them jokers, sheesh. Where's that tape? Because it peels up real easy with tape. Well, it peeled up real easily with tape when it was stuck to the paper. That didn't work, did it? This is the only problem with this washi, is getting it off that backing. It can be tricky. It's kind of like a sticker. You know how stickers are like tricky? But yeah, trying to chase them around. It was me and Morgan out there, and he got the rooster right off the bat. Man, he was so excited. He's like, I got him. Because that rooster, I ain't kidding. When we put the baby chickens, we were trying to move them about a weekend. They had like a little coop, and then I had like a dog cage. It was actually a cat cage that I had gotten in case I got to go on a vacation, so that Phoebes would have somewhere to stay in the motel room. We never used it, never went on vacation. That was the year everybody got COVID, and that ended that. So we were using the cage to make like a little run for them outside, so they could get outside but still be protected from the big chickens, because they just weren't quite ready. And I didn't have that big pen totally ready, but they were in the center of it. And when I went to move it from, like, just move it over a few feet, because they're chickens, they poo a lot. It was starting to stink, so I wanted them to have clean ground. Well, 2 of them got out, and one of them ran over in with the bigger chickens. And the rooster, which I'm very glad to see that he did do it, what he did, I just didn't like getting flogged on account of it. But he tried to protect the little one. So he got it in a corner, and he got in front of it. And as I was trying to reach around and grab it, he literally flew up in my face. And if he had had more room, he would have flogged me for real and got me with his spur. But he couldn't get flipped over quick enough. But, because it was a really tight corner. But man, it scared me half to death. Morgan was freaking out. He's like, did you get your eye? Did you get your eye? I'm like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Just get the chicken. Get the chicken. Please just get the chicken. Please just come off of here, will you? Goodness sakes. This is crazy. Man, it was peeling up like real easy when it was on the thing. See, it just is not wanting to peel up. My goodness. I don't think I've ever fought so hard with it. I shouldn't have cut it. I think I made it mad. But yeah, now they're all, the big ones, the golden girls, are in their new pen, which I'm calling like their retirement home. And they have a resident Mama Goose who is feral as all get out, living with them. It's kind of funny because they take the front half of the thing, and she's all humped up in the back. And then there, finally. And I've got my regular ducks over there. Well, actually, it's Mama Sita's babies that she had a couple of years ago, which are not feral. They're all pinned up. They're all dudes. It's very weird. I've never seen any animal give birth to or lay eggs that only came out as dudes. Usually when you hatch eggs or something, you get a little of both, which is what I was wanting because I like duck eggs. But no, all I got was dudes. So, yeah. And they're weird dudes at that. But they're all in one pen. And then I've got my rabbit. And I've got Goose, the other feral duck. She lives underneath the wood, leaned up against the building. She picked it. She loves it. I'm like, whatever. They used to have like a pen together, the two female ducks. And they had like separate houses in it. Like, we built, it was an old rabbit pen, and we deliberately put a house in there for them, but instead they just sort of didn't use it. We're only going to need, I think, 3 of these. So we're going to leave that top one off, most likely. But yeah, there was a rabbit house, and we built a duck house in it. Goose used the duck house, and he used the rabbit house. They would never stay in the same house together. And they would like meet to eat and stuff, and it was very funny. It was kind of like they were like, I don't know, like, you know, like in apartments or something. I guess I think I have a boring life. I've got animals. We're still trying to find a truck. There's always that going on. That's always exciting. He's driving me crazy with it. That's all he talks about is finding that truck. Child's always been that way, though. I mean, like, if whatever it is he's interested in is literally everything he thinks about until he gets it settled out. Well, he does think about other things, but, you know, it like kind of focuses on it, hyper focuses or something. So, like, last night we were looking stuff up on Marketplace, which turned out to be a riot. I mean, like, we laughed so hard. Because, like, first of all, there's not much available in our area. Nothing that he wants. Because he's got a specific thing in mind he's looking for. But then, I mean, some of the stuff there was some stuff on there, y'all, I would have given my teeth for. Ooh. Like, I found a treadle table for a sewing machine, for like an old Singer sewing machine or something, for one of the treadle machines. And I've got my eye on a treadle machine. It's on my Amazon wish list to get at some point. Because I would love that. Especially for paper sewing. I think it would be really nice. But yeah, I really want one. And they had a treadle machine for $50. The problem was it was 2.5 hours away. And I can't drive that far to get it. So, but yeah, he was like, you're getting way too excited over that. And then I found a camper that was a really good price. I mean, it was a nice looking camper for like, yeah, not very much money at all. And I was very tempted by that because I love campers. Okay, you can just smush it with your hand if you want. I'm in the habit of the bone folder trick. And yes, there's a little edge here. You can either cut that off, or what I will do is just take gold nail polish and put over that when I'm done. I'm not going to try and stick another piece of washi on there for 1/4 of an inch. So there's your washi card, y'all. That is so easy. You can decorate these. I do that sometimes. I'll take and put like, and yeah, you're going to see me like gather these little pieces up and save them because they make really nice collage fodder for when you're doing like master boards and stuff. Because you know how you always end up with like those little chunky pieces of like white showing that drive you crazy, or whatever your base color is? Save your little scraps of washi when you're doing a project like this. And I'm not kidding. You can fix so many things with this. Or if you have something that you're working on and you make a blueberry on it, put a little tiny piece of a blueberry is a mistake. That's what I call them. Because blueberries are kind of weird. But we're like, oh, you can make happy little clouds. But there we go, guys. See, 2 of them. Ooh, I love it. Okay, let's do this pattern here. Okay, we start with the blue. Move that out of the way. Start with the blue. Okay, peel it this way. Got it. And since folding did not help, I thought maybe it would with the smaller one. Maybe I'd be better aim or something, but I'm not. I'm just a terrible aim. So we're just going to wing it. Okay, this one actually, I think I did start at one end and work my way up. So we'll try that again and see how that works. So what is everybody doing? I'm getting ready to go make a pan of pizza dough because that's what we're having for dinner. So homemade pizza. I gotta get the dough started. If I don't, it won't be ready to eat in time. I love homemade pizza though. I do. It's very good stuff. Now that I'm looking at this, I think I did these the opposite way. But it'll work out. Okay. We're going to put this one up at the top. Ooh, I love that top, you guys. Cat hair. And, well, I'll start down here. No, that's what I did. The white, this has a white edge. This is why I chose it. Because you can line the edge of the print up with that white edge and have room to cut it off if need be. Okay, now we do the blue. Yeah, homemade pizza tonight. I could save it for another night, but I'm kind of hankering tonight. And with the holiday over the weekend, it got really hectic and weird. So we didn't, I got off my routine. Not that I have a super good routine with food anyways, but I do kind of usually plan things out, but I ended up making a bunch of hamburgers and we were supposed to have had company and they canceled. So I just had my son grill all of them up and we spent the next several days eating hamburgers because I'd already thawed the hamburger out for them, you know, because we buy it from a local farm. So it's just like pre-frozen hamburger, like pounds of hamburger, ground beef or whatever. And I didn't want to make a soup or anything right now. It's too hot for that. So I was like, let's just make hamburgers, eat hamburgers. So that was what we ate for days. Another one's been persnickety. That's the only issue with this washi is the getting it off of there. It usually comes off eventually. My God thinks that about us sometimes. He's like, oh, my lands, I wish they'd stop being so daggone stubborn and just do what I tell them to do. I gave them my word. Why don't they mind me? But yeah, we're stubborn like this washi tape. At least I am. Y'all may not be, but man, I got like a mule's mind sometimes. It's just like, I know he gets aggravated. He's probably thinking, man, she was not worth it. Okay, so we line. I know he doesn't think that, you guys. He probably does think I wish she'd shut up sometimes. Because then I talk a lot. Obviously, this is taking me forever. Okay. Cut it. I could probably get these things off here quicker if I didn't yap so much. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to flip the order and put the gold side against that and then put the white side into the center. And then we're going to work our way in from the top. I think would work the best. I'm trying to figure out how to like not have it. I may even use a different one in the centerpiece just to make it kind of have some contrast. Ooh, this washi, guys. I don't remember it there. I knew I'd figured out a trick the other day because the first few I did, I literally threw the washi out, but because I was getting so irritated with it. It's not straight, but it'll do. Piece of this. Man, Miss Phoebe's this morning after I went to feed, I sat down in the chair to check Facebook or something. I think somebody had sent me a message or something. And while I was sitting, I meant to just sit there for a split second and then get back up. But I was really tired, so I did sit down for a minute and was sitting there, and Phoebe's jumped up on me and Next thing I knew, over an hour had passed, you guys. I was sound asleep. But it was kind of nice, and obviously if I slept, I needed it, so I'm not going to complain. Okay. End up with the same thing back to back right there. So what we're going to do is get bougie creative with it. Put that to the side and pull this one that we have not used yet in. I hear my Sweeps chattering. Oh, no, I don't know what I hear. I thought she was in the window, but she's not. She's moved. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to use the tape to peel it off with. Let's cut it. I like that, you guys. I can actually put those two up together and make it look good, I think. Okay. Well, that's the way to handle the washi. Just leave some tape out so that you can, like some of the paper on there. Okay. Let's get one of our big bad boys. And decide what pattern you want to do. Use these two. And I think I'm just going to use those two. Okay, yeah. So we're going to start with this one. And for the big ones, it takes obviously more rows. I'll start with that, line it up on the end, and tear it off. And I'm going to come up to the top and do the same. Because I actually think it works better if I can work them in towards the middle and get the pattern even that way. I can't see that, so I have to stand up. I'm sorry, you guys. I know my hair's in the way. I'm just lining that edge up. Okay, got it. Nope. Go down. Let's get some of that excess out of the way. Don't need all that. There has to be a use for that stuff, you guys. Okay, let's grab our blue. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. I found my microphone today. So if you guys hear me breathing louder, that's because the microphone's right there. And I forgot until just now, actually. Okay, so what we're going to do is get dirt off of there. That's these coffee grinds. And we're going to put washi gently, kiss it up to that edge. Down. Ooh, you guys. That is so pretty. Ooh, it just loves it. Then we'll do the same down here. I will say the washi does not stick very well to my desk, but that's okay. Doesn't need to. I think we are going to pull in a third row. We're going to do this. And then we can put one of the blues in the center. So how's everyone's gardenings, if you garden, going? Is it going well? Ours is. We got our first beets the other day, which I was tickled to death with, and some kohlrabi greens last night. Oh, you guys, if you ain't ever had kohlrabi greens, you're missing out. Serious. They are like the best green I have ever eaten. And I'm kind of a green freak. I love greens. But they really knock it out of the park. Line it up, kind of somewhere in the right region, and press, tear it off, and do the bottom. Get the cat hair out of the way. Oh man, why is there so much cat hair? Don't answer that, y'all. I know why. She just walked across the desk right before I started filming. She has to get over in here and inspect everything. But she acts like she doesn't have her own spot. She has a chair, like her tower. When I moved in here, I had taken the tower top and used it for supplies, to give me more space. Well, she would act so sad. I mean, it was pitiful in a way, because she was just like mopey, and she was very sad acting. It's the only way I know how to describe it. And so finally, I figured it out. It was because she wanted her tabletop, or her top back to sit on. So I cleaned it off, put it back empty, and put a box in it. The second I put a box in it for her, she was up there, and she now stays on it all the time. So, I mean, I'm glad she's happy. But yeah, I kind of miss that extra space. It made my desktop a little more crowded, but it's okay. All right, there's that one. That one's probably the best one I've done. I think I figured out my method there, because that one looks really good. Let's trim, well, let's smush it. I usually do it before I trim, just to make sure those edges are smushed so that it doesn't come up when I'm cutting it. But you see, the washi's pretty good. All right, and there we go, you guys. Isn't that such an easy little project? Very easy, very, very cute. I mean, stinking adorable is what it is. Well, not really adorable, but it is very cute. Well, cute's not the right word. Pretty. It's pretty. Here I am gathering up these little pieces of washi like they're gold. Well, they are gold, actually, aren't they? They're pretty. All right, so I'm about to jump off here. So before I go, I just want to take a moment and tell you that Jesus loves you so much. He died for you. And if you do not know that, I would love, love, love a moment to tell you about my precious Savior and tell you the greatest love story ever, so that you can get saved and know that you will go to heaven and not hell when you leave this life. Because you will live forever. It's just location that matters. So there we go, guys. We have got one of those, one of these, and a small one. What do you think? I think they turned out awesome. And I look forward to your comments in the comment section below. I will link to any products that I used in my Amazon, over at Amazon. I'm an affiliate there, and if you purchase anything through my link, I get a small commission. It doesn't cost you an extra dime. And yeah, it just helps me make more videos for you guys. So let me know what you think of this. If you make it and you put it on the gram, or you put it on Facebook or somewhere, if you do videos on TikTok or something like that, tag me, okay? It's Sunshine and Grace or Miranda McCulley, either one. And I'm on all the platforms. Tag me. Look me up. Friend me. Do whatever, it is on the different platforms. I'm terrible at keeping up with all the lingo, guys. But just let me see it, okay? Make sure that I see it. You guys are probably way better at that than I am. So make sure I can see it, because I want to see your all's take on it. And if you got some bougie washi, go ahead and let me know where you got that stuff at, because y'all, I am crushing now on the like glitzy, richy, I would call this like I don't know what. The fancy washi. If you got the fancy washi, tell me where you got your goods, okay? And I'm going to jump off here. We will chat soon, you guys. It has been awesome. You guys have a great day and love you. Grace and peace. Bye-bye.